Yep.
You ready?
Yep.
All right, good, because we're going!
I don't have any more curly fries, so I'm
No
sad.
more curly fries. Where'd you even go?
Jack in the Box.
Yeah, tacos. Yeah, of course. Jack in the Box tacos, should fucking known. I don't even know why I asked.
I haven't been there in a long time, actually.
Yeah?
Because I don't live next... Well, actually, I do live next one still, but it's not as close.
Right. Anyway.
Speaking of quiet...
Shh.
Segue.
Shh.
What's up?
Shh. We should do the whole review like this. Just quiet.
Oh, can you sign the review?
Oh, yeah, there you go. I did it.
I hope you're making a letter F out of your fingers.
Yeah, I'll do every word I want to do, but I have to do every letter for the words. Okay, so, wait, hold on. It looks like I'm doing gang signs.
Oh, don't do that.
There you go, I did it. There you go. I did it.
All right, thank you and goodbye.
Wu-Tang! There you go. I know that hand sign. There you go. W for winner. That's what this movie is.
Yeah, who isn't a winner? Martin Scorsese.
Who?
What's the last name? Scorsese?
Oh, you mean the Farmer Bro?
Yeah.
Just call him by his real name, Farmer Bro.
No, he lost Farmer Bro now.
Well, yeah, Farmer.
Like, everything got taken away from him.
I guess he's
Farmer Bro.
He's a Farmer Ho now. What a loser. He doesn't have the Wu-Tang, the W, got the L. He
I'm
lost.
Adrian.
Yeah. Whatever. I'm done.
Welcome to Not Another Movie Podcast.
No,
episode. What episode are we on?
No, this ain't a podcast. This is just this.
Episode.
This is just the spoiler discussion. We're not talking about anything else besides this fucking movie right here.
Well, it's going to be an episode after a week when we change the name because we need views first.
Yeah. We're not changing the name. It's just a spoiler discussion, bro.
So we did for Cloverfield, remember?
Yeah, but fuck Cloverfield. This is a real Cloverfield movie. Yeah, it might as well be. I mean, it makes more sense as a Cloverfield movie than the last one. So, yeah.
No, they didn't say Cloverfield.
I was hoping, I'm not going to lie, I was hoping that they kept it under wraps, and right when we get in there, they changed the title, and it's like Cloverfield something. I was hoping.
No, I was
not
hoping
like it matters,
to see Bad Robot pop up in the front.
Oh, that would be dope.
But then afterwards, I was like, maybe they just lied.
Maybe they lied. Or maybe they just bought it out instantly after Cloverfield Paradox bombed, and everybody's like, "Oh, that Quiet Place looks good." Did it bomb? Well, no. I meant bombed with, like... You'll never know if it actually bombed, because Netflix will never say, like, if it did well or not.
I think it did fine, right? Because I know they got, like, big word of mouth.
Yeah, well, big... Yeah, I guess word of mouth.
I'm sure... And I still see that pop on my Xbox dashboard.
Yeah, me too. Sometimes just randomly.
I literally saw it, like, I think yesterday.
But to be fair, I also see ads for, like, Bright still. So, you know, I mean, I know that did well when it first came out, but it's been, like, what, 3 months since it came out? Or 4 months? But, yeah. And, this one is different because, it's good. That's why it's different. This movie, A Quiet Place, of course, directed by John Krasinski.
This is his directorial debut, right?
No, I think he's directed a couple movies before. Okay. But this is his
his breakout.
His breakout one, yeah. I can't remember what he did. He did some like movie about
The Office.
Yeah, well, yeah, I know that. I meant directing. No, he did a movie called The Hollers, I think it was called. Where it was like his family, like a bunch of people. I don't know.
He does serious stuff now, right?
I don't know. Yeah, he did that. What was it? Was it 13 hours or was it 12 hours? I keep confusing it with that.
Yeah, it's the war movie, right?
Yeah, I keep.
He does that with the other guy from The Office.
Oh yeah, the other guy from The Office, who? Steve Carell?
No. You haven't seen The Office, right?
No, but I've seen 13 Hours.
I feel like you should. You would like that show.
Yeah, probably. I gotta watch though.
So there in The Office, there's like a love triangle thing.
Okay.
He's not a major character, but he's in there enough that you do know his name and everything.
Right. John.
But he's actually...
Isn't his name John or something?
What was that?
Isn't his name John? No?
It might be. I haven't seen Office in like a year. I'm like the one person in the world that's only seen The Office once through. but he's actually playing in that movie too. So there's like memes always going around of like, "Hey Jim," I know it was like, "Don't ever talk to Pam again, Jim. Pam's kidnapped," and then it has a screenshot of them both in uniform.
Outfits,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, because I saw that, and that was like the first time I saw John Krasinski, and like, I'm sorry, everybody, I'm looking at my phone right now, that's why I'm looking down. But I saw that, and that was like the first time I saw him in something serious, and it was definitely a serious movie, even though it was Michael Bay directing. Um, and I thought he was good in it, you know? And it was the first time I saw him in something like that, and also like an action movie, you know, like him doing stuff that's not just like him standing around cracking jokes or being funny, because most of the time he's in comedies. But I thought he was really good in that, so I was happy to see. Yeah, screw it. I was gonna look up who the other guy in the office is, but I can't find out. Um, but yeah, no, I'm happy to see him
I'll
like
look
doing.
really quick.
I'm happy to see him doing different things now, because I do. I have actually. I've always liked John Krasinski as an actor, but I felt like he was always doing the same thing, where it's just comedy. And I like that he's breaking free and doing other stuff and directing and shit. Now he's got this really unique horror movie out right now. And then, of course, I'm talking about Quiet Place. By the way, it's really late for people that are wondering.
David Denman.
David Denman. Oh, isn't that the guy that was in Breaking Bad also? I think wasn't he? Did he play Gabe or Gale? Gale, right? Was it Gale?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay. Because I know 13 Hours has him in it. He's like a character, the guy that played Gale. And I thought that was his name. No, it's not him. Never mind.
Oh, he's in Logan Lucky.
Oh, shit. I haven't watched
But
it
yeah,
yet.
yeah. Anyway,
back to Quiet Place. We're about 7 minutes in.
okay, so let's keep it like super super short too, because I think we tend to go long in the personal reviews.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just keep it short, quick,
Right.
maybe paragraphs, non-spoiler review of it.
Right.
So go ahead.
All right. So I thought A Quiet Place was great. I love a good horror movie that knows not to overstay its welcome, and also tries to do something different. Like we just saw like The Strangers and stuff like that, and all those are, you know, fun, but there's nothing unique about it. And this one's definitely unique. The whole movie, pretty much, I would say 90% of it is in the quiet. Of course, there's bursts of loud stuff happening and action, of course. But for the most part, it's all tension. It's all this family trying to live with these creatures that hunt by sound. And I thought it was really unique, and I really liked all the characters. You don't really get to know too much about them, mainly because, you know, they have to be quiet throughout the entire time. You never see them before this happened too. It's always post these creatures coming. I also like that the movie itself is very well paced, but it never loses the premise in any way. Like I said, it's like 90% all of them not speaking. So there's not a point in the movie where like 40 minutes in, everybody's speaking and running.
More than
I'd say like 95%.
Yeah, 95% maybe.
Yeah.
Even maybe more. Like literally, there's like
2 scenes.
You can probably fit like all their lines together like on a page.
Yeah.
Maybe 2.
Yeah, of course. And I really like that it never loses focus on that. Like it's not like one of those movies where it has a premise for the first hour and then the rest is just like, screw it, just make it a horror movie.
Night?
Yeah, I guess it's not Game
no.
Night. The movie is not Game
movie,
Night. No, I loved Game Night actually. But
I did too, but that definitely falls into that category.
Yeah, and also I would say like even Unsane in a way. Yeah, because of mystery, you know. No spoilers, but there's a mystery, and they solve it a little too quick, let's just say. But, yeah, this movie never loses focus on that. It's always about them being quiet, even towards the end of the movie. I'm not going to say what happens, but of course, stuff happens, as you can see in the trailer, and or you can even see in this poster right here. I will say that, though. I wish I never saw the trailer. I really wish I didn't. And I was originally not going to. Like, you even told me, like, hey, you should watch that trailer. I'm like, no. And then, of course, when I went to the theater, like, a day after you said that, I was like, oh, shit, the trailer.
It's a great trailer.
It is a great trailer, but I wish I didn't see it. I really wish I didn't.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Is I think, for the most part, that trailer didn't spoil a lot of things at all.
Not that trailer.
We'll talk about it.
There's another trailer. Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Okay.
All right. So I loved it, by the way. I really did. If I had only any complaint, it was I didn't love the final shot of the movie. I know that's a really weird complaint, but That's the way you end the movie. It's just we'll get to it.
Interesting. Okay.
I
Okay.
didn't. No, I didn't hate it. I just didn't love it. Anyway, go ahead.
I loved it. I definitely think there is a little bit of a pacing issue.
Yeah.
It I think it overstayed it by like maybe 5 minutes. I think if they cut just 5 minutes out of the movie,
Yeah.
I think it would have just been more tight. I think like what was it? I was drifting away during the
You're drifting away.
right before they met the other guy.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
in between the waterfall and that scene, I think that's just all filler that I think they could have just cut away at.
Yeah, I don't mind that stuff.
For whatever, because here's the thing, is it's not novel. That's the cool thing about this. Where what movie? I, like randomly in the middle, I just thought about Loving Vincent, where
Yeah.
it was a novel idea, and I was just fucking over it after 10 minutes. I'm like, all right, cool, I got about everything I needed.
Right.
And A Quiet Place could have easily been a short film. Like this is
Reminds me of
totally
that Lights Out movie a little bit, where
Yeah.
it has that one gimmick. And it was also a short film. Not that this
Right,
was,
right.
but yeah.
But this totally could have been a short film. Like I could see it like 100% just being like a short indie film.
And I was
But,
glad this movie was actually short, because the movie's like done after 85 minutes. Like it's quick.
Right, and see that's what I'm saying is even though like it still felt like there was filler in there, which felt weird because it was super lean everywhere around it. But
Right.
I think the novel idea wasn't there. It was like, okay, this is what the movie is, cool. But I think if you're gonna get away with just being quiet for the most of it, you have to just be on the move, like constantly. Like you got to make their action to be there. And I think there was like just a pinch too much of it because it definitely lost me for a little bit. But it brought me right back right away. Once that part's over, you're in because that's when the movie actually starts.
Mm-hmm.
But I think everyone did really well. John Krasinski killed it. I loved his performance.
Yeah, I loved his performance too, but I thought Emily Blunt nailed it.
Yeah,
she has one scene where they're posting it, they're putting it everywhere.
Yeah, we won't say it.
What? Why? It's on the poster.
Yeah, but we'll just leave it there.
I know. Yeah.
No, she did really well too. Yeah, I wasn't too crazy with the kid actors.
I thought, you know what I really liked about the, I don't know their names in the movie because they don't really tell you. You have to actually look it up.
Right.
I think one of them says one of their names at one point, but the deaf girl in the movie.
She did fine.
She's actually deaf in real life, by the way.
Oh, is she?
Yeah,
Okay.
she is. She was in a movie called Wonderstruck that came out last year that wasn't very good, but she played a deaf character in that as well. But obviously because she's deaf. But I thought that whole thing about her being deaf was really good. I thought she's actually really good at acting, considering she's also
yeah. I didn't like. I'm mostly
deaf.
directing that at the boy.
Little kid. Yeah. And
Yeah,
also the little kid in the
wasn't-
beginning of the movie, I didn't care for either.
Yeah, it sucks because I bought the Florida Project yesterday, and man, like I didn't even watch it. I haven't rewatched it, but like just thinking back to that, oh man, like
yeah,
Krasinski and Blunt did so well, and even the girl, she did. I think she still could use improvement.
Right.
But definitely the boy was like way too over it. I think like I don't know. Like there's just some weird stuff there. But I mean that's still like for the record, this is still my number 3 this year.
Yeah, it's actually I think it's my number 3 as well. I think, but I also I saw Paddington too, so you know I have an advantage.
So no, I love but that's the negative. Everything else was about it was super well done. The atmosphere is phenomenal.
Right.
It rivals Annihilation, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Okay.
I think cinematography's on point. For like the indie style movie feel it has, the monsters still look really cool.
Yeah, I really like that. I mean, the budget was pretty small. It was like 17 million.
Yeah, like I was expecting them to look hokey as shit.
Yeah.
They look good.
They did look good, really good actually. I like the designs of them too.
And I love the setting. Like like everything about it, everything was so meticulous. Like you see where they have to be stepping all the time, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
I love their layout. Everything about the movie I love. There's gripes that are lingering with me that if they they tend to linger with me, that kind of just knocks a couple points off because
Right.
it's not like just little nitpicks like we were like with like Ready Player One. I feel like we nitpicked a lot, but that's because we enjoyed the rest of it.
Yeah.
This one, I got kind of just a little bit of lingering issues, but I still loved it.
Yeah, I got
Uh,
a couple of issues too. We'll talk
yeah,
about it
but
in the
we'll
spoiler
talk for
section. Yeah.
sure. So I think um I don't know. I feel like this might be a movie I come back to, but I'm not sure if this is definitely going to be. I think one of my Halloween or October movies I rewatch.
Right. Yeah, it's a
Get
good
it,
time to
get it,
watch. Yeah.
get it in 4K, the lights off, get that going.
Yeah.
Because also the sound is
Oh yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
insane.
I have a feeling it'll probably be nominated for something. Like I just sound like this is what the Academy loves, where it's like either really bombastic or really like quiet and very
You
meticulous.
hear
Yeah.
everything like in so
Yeah.
I'm not gonna spoil it, but the
Your
opening shots
wind
them in
and
a pharmacy,
hmm
and you hear Emily Blunt, like you hear her like moving around the prescription bottle.
yeah.
Like even though it's like in any other movie you wouldn't even hear it, they wouldn't even bother with it.
Right.
But like this one you just hear the tap of it.
Yeah. It's
Um
supposed to. That's supposed to be the tension, I guess. I wouldn't say the scary parts of the movie. I guess it's scary because you're like, oh, when they're gonna make a sound at one point. There's gotta be sound,
yeah.
right? And
It-
what's gonna happen? They're gonna tip something over, and that's the part where I wish I didn't watch the trailer because I knew little things are like, oh, okay, it's gonna be right here, and then it happened. I
Oh,
was
see,
like,
I stopped watching the trailer.
no, the first trailer.
I only remembered like two or three things from them.
Okay.
Um, also we'll talk about trailer in a second. I want to say one last thing.
Yeah.
Um, this movie,
Sucks.
beware. This movie could easily be ruined by your audience.
Oh, okay.
I was like paranoid that this movie's gonna get like destroyed by the audience because it could take literally one person to ruin the entire movie for
That's
this.
true. If someone's just being an asshole, because the movie
Yeah, like
is really quiet. People, yeah, it's
it.
called A Quiet Place, but there's times where I hear like people on the other side of the theater breathing. Like I was like, God
Yeah.
damn, this movie's quiet.
Yeah, like you have to depend on your audience to all be on the same ride with you to be like, do not buy food first off.
Yeah, no, don't be
Don't
that
This is
asshole.
not a popcorn flick. Don't do that.
Yeah, don't chew
Okay.
anything. Get like a Hershey bar melted. If you, I don't want to hear no crunch.
Like the girl next to me, like I was like so on edge, like please God don't ruin this. At the beginning of the movie, she's eating popcorn, and for the first time in my life, she's wiping off her hands, like doing the whole like like the thing little kids do whenever they have Cheeto dust all over their hands, they
Yeah.
wipe. They use the other hand to wipe the other hand off,
Yeah.
and they start like clapping like,
Fucking.
and I'm like, oh God, I hope you're not shitty.
I hope you're not.
And and I'll mention the one thing that I was like hoping she would stop doing. She didn't really. It wasn't that much of an issue. I'll mention spoilers, but this is if you're listening to this and you're super meticulous about like you need the perfect eye experience, I suggest going in for an early showing. If it's bad, then you walk the fuck out and do the next one. Like this
Yeah.
will be ruined if you have a bad theater experience.
Luckily, I had a good one. So, which is weird because usually when these horror movies, I get the shitty theaters and shitty audience and
Yeah, I was
everything.
thinking about you. I was like, I think you might be SOL.
The reason
But,
why is because I went to a good theater. If I go to there's a theater really close, like fucking 6 minutes away from me. That is the theater that when I go to, I get the Happy Death Day crowd where they're just screaming at everything and whatever other horror movie I saw there. I don't even remember at this point. But Rings. Like if I see this movie again, I want to see it there just so I could get another one of those theater experiences because I'm one of those guys where I like to hate things. Is that weird?
Yeah,
Is that
you watch
that's
Aquafarty.
unhealthy, right? I know that's unhealthy, but no, it's not. Okay, good. Because I would just want to fucking hate everybody. And if I go to that theater, I promise you, I will leave angry. So-
we watched 9/11 last year, so
Yeah, I didn't see it in that theater though. Wish I did. But
so
yeah, good.
yeah, no, this could be ruined by that if
Yeah,
if you
definitely.
if you had the bad experience. So just
You sit
be
next to
mindful
someone
of
that's
that.
like crunching on anything. Like they don't even need to be like talking or like on their phone.
No, even like straight up, like I'm talking, like I'm literally saying, like don't get popcorn. 'Cause-
like if someone like breathing heavy, then
I heard like people talking like literally about 7 or 8 rows ahead of me.
Yeah, me too. I heard there's a couple times. There was one big thing that happened in the movie, where I heard a couple people talk for a good like 10 seconds about what just happened. And I could hear every single thing they were saying. I'm not gonna say it because it's spoilers, but yeah, like, and that was like in the front of the theater. It's a big theater too. It's definitely not like Ready Player One, where Player One in the first 15 minutes is loud and just colorful and
It's funny
shit happening.
because I'll close out the non spoilers with this.
Yeah.
I was talking to my old boss a couple days ago, and I showed him the trailer for A Quiet Place. He had seen it, but he forgot all about it, so he watched it again just so I could tell him, hey, this movie comes out, and he likes watching those movies, and we talked about the trailer afterwards. I was like, that's crazy. I was like, yeah, it's like they sat down, watched, like they just watched Transformers. Like, what if we made the opposite of this?
What if we make a movie that doesn't give me a headache? It's a great idea. It's
So many jump scares with this fucking movie.
really? I didn't get.
Just because sound.
Yeah, because it's the sound.
Because the normalcy of quietness, just whenever it gets disrupted, gets to you.
Yeah.
So let's do spoilers.
All right, so we're on to spoilers now. So if you haven't seen the movie, please just go away. We both really like the movie. We have some problems here and there, which I'm gonna get more into my problems in the spoiler discussion. But
Same here.
All right, so I guess I already explained one of my problems, but we'll get to that in a minute because that's literally the last shot of the movie, and we don't need to start the spoiler section with the last shot. All right, so what do you want to talk about first, though?
I think there's some cliches that I'm not necessarily a fan of.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. You could talk about the first like 10 minutes.
Yeah, so that one's the most obvious one, and like even and actually you just reminded me that girl even said like she was like groaning like at the batteries. Like I mean she was doing the same thing we all thought, but she was doing audibly.
Right.
But it was like, oh man, and I was thinking in my head, I was like, I don't remember there being 3 kids. So
in the trailer, yep.
Yeah, so I'm like something's about to happen.
Oh yeah, something happens. All right.
And that's a great first sequence. Yeah, but I'm like, but here at least I'll give it this. I thought that was gonna be like a Chekhov's gun like so early on.
Right.
But they just kind of picked it up and dropped it right away, which is cool.
Yeah. They do that a couple times in here where it's like, oh, they're leaving it for later, and then 2 minutes later, it comes
the nail. See,
yeah, the nail definitely.
Was smart.
Yeah, the nail was smart.
The nail, they did that, and then you thought the rest of it. And they even pan on it for a second too.
Yeah.
Like they were fucking with you because they're like, is it gonna happen again? And the girl next to me, and this is what I was gonna mention, was this is the one where she's like, oh, that nail. Like she just kept saying, not the nail.
Not the nail. That's harsh.
And I thought that was nice because like, okay, you're fucking with your audience because you're making them like even more tense thinking about this nail.
Right.
But I think some of that's so like a little bit too cliche for a movie that's so smart.
Yeah, mainly the beginning. At the beginning, I loved the beginning, just like how they're looting the place, and it's like it's really quiet, and they even have like this trail of sand that they get from the beach. I'm assuming.
Right.
And they just use it to walk carefully and quietly back back to the stores and back to town and stuff, so they could gather stuff and items. And I liked all that stuff, and that's what they're showing. They're showing how they live, I guess. And then they get to the kid, which the kid's just like, I want to go on a rocket and go to space. All right. Which, all right, it's still the beginning of when not really beginning. It's about 3 months in, I think. Well, it's like day 80 something of these creatures showing up. So I get that he hasn't been living his whole life like that, so he knows not to make a noise, though.
Yeah, I don't get that. I don't get
it either.
He was smart enough to like say something like that.
Yeah.
But then like after 3 months, he like knows not. I don't know.
Well, you know what? I would have been fine with it if he got the rocket, he put the batteries in, and when it started making noise, he would freak out. Like, oh shit, I didn't know it was gonna make noise. I thought it would just like light up or something. But he doesn't. He starts making noise. He starts like playing with it like it's a
yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck are you? And what happens to him? I know he's a kid, but I felt no remorse. I was like, I know you're a kid, but you know.
That's a good call. I think him immediately regretting it and being like, oh fuck.
Like if even,
that would have been good. And you know what? That would have been good if they had like a shot where they were both running to each other.
Yeah.
That would have been nice.
Yeah, that would have
Um,
been nice. They could easily did that. I would have been okay with it because then you'd be like, oh, okay. Maybe he just thought it wouldn't make noise. It'd just be lights. You know, he's a
see,
kid, so he's not smart. But he's,
that I don't like when they fell in that like sawmill, because like the
yeah, was
girl
it
keeps
summer?
freaking out like he's not coming for us. I'm like, where is this coming from? Because like
Yeah, but I
I
mean,
get that you thought he was pissed at you or something.
right?
But then hold on. Actually, now that you're bringing this up, she's mad at him for him not allowing her to go downstairs,
Yeah.
and then she puts all that pressure on him to as if like he never cared about her. Well, no, I guess because
Well,
she wasn't allowed to go
because
off
well,
with the
no,
toy.
because he knows that she's the one that gave him the batteries and the rocket back. That's
Right, right,
why.
right. But did he really show like?
I guess throughout the last, I guess, year or so, maybe he
Yeah, see, that
showed.
wasn't shown, so we're
Yeah,
having
that
to
wasn't
assume that.
shown. I
It
guess
just
you just have to assume that maybe he was a
right,
little more distant to her.
but
She
but here
probably
and here
admitted it too, like I was the one who gave him the rocket.
right, and I'm probably being a hypocrite because I know a lot of times I
Yeah,
do mention in movies that I like when they don't hand you everything,
yeah, it's
but the
vague.
problem is but the problem with this is that the movie's literally a quiet place, so you're not getting a lot of the exposition that you're supposed to get.
Hmm.
So like in another movie, if there were words being spoken, maybe you'd get a tone off of Krasinski. You know, maybe you'd be like, oh, he does kind of like seem resentful towards her,
Yeah,
which is fine. But he seemed totally caring. A lot of times when shit went down, like dude, if I was a dad like that and my kid almost fucked everything up, I would probably be like a lot more pissed. But he was like super like caring, like it's okay, we're good, we're
yeah.
good.
They just needed one scene, just one scene of her like coming to him and him like maybe just like walking past her, like she's saying something, with sign language or whatever, and he just like walks past her, ignoring her or whatever, you know.
Some any scene whatsoever. But
Yeah, not maybe
and
not that
I guess
harsh, but
I guess it extends to him not allowing her to go out with him.
yeah, I guess so. That and
But then
she
again,
thinks that's why. Yeah,
like I get like when I was looking at that scene, I figured it more like a father son, like, hey, you're the man of the family in case
yeah,
anything happens to me, you know.
yeah. But
Like
she's a
I don't
little girl;
know.
she doesn't understand that too.
That's my problem with this is man, I think this movie would have been so much stronger without any kids. Because here's exactly what I thought the entire way through the movie, and this is probably the reason why it's not my number one, is the entire way through I was like, A Quiet Place, AK, never have kids in the fucking apocalypse.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
one, that was just a dumbass thing to get her pregnant. Like,
Right, right.
that entire way. And I get that it was super cool. Like, it's a cool scene to see like happen, right?
Right, it
But
was.
like, but for someone that's like so smart, like, again, they're smart. You know, like they rigged this entire place.
Well, they
You
also
could,
made a soundproof little room for when she was going into labor.
but then why did they
She just
leave
went.
when she was like so close to
Well,
due
she was
date?
a couple weeks away. Yeah, I don't know. They should. Well, I guess they needed to loot something because they
But
were
see,
running out
yeah,
of
but see,
stuff.
like again, and this is my problem is like some logical issues where in my head I've been like, why didn't you guys just like go crazy on like looting the last like couple months and just store enough, and then for that whole month, just like hunker down,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know? Because like I don't know, it just seems because and here's the thing is because I'm giving Krasinski a lot of effort or I'm
Credit.
giving a lot of credit because that whole thing, you know, he was collecting all these newspapers. At the end, you see he was studying how to
Yeah,
do
yeah. You see that in the
uh,
beginning too. Like,
earpieces.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he's smart, but that's what I'm saying. Is there's some illogical fallacy to them? I'm just like, what are you guys thinking? And then yeah, like the kids, I was just not like the girl's fine. She's passable, but
I
like
thought she was
I
good.
think I she's passable to me. Like
Okay.
I think just like and she's like the whole like he doesn't like me or he's not coming for us, and she like storms off.
But I thought she
I'm like,
conveyed that very well, considering she is actually deaf too. Like, I guess maybe I'm giving her more credit because she actually is deaf. I don't know. Maybe I am. Like, I don't even know. But I thought she did a really good job of like, I mean, the character it might not make sense to you, but I thought acting wise she did a good job of conveying that, where she was like looking really I guess what disheveled and guilty and at times too.
no, and
I
that's
thought she
that's
was doing
fair.
that. Yeah.
I guess the
Is
reason why I'm
disheveled the
bringing
right
him
word?
down more is there's so many dumb decisions made by the kids too. Where that's I don't know. It's a smart film, but there's just so many dumb decisions I think happen here or there.
Yeah, yeah, no, there's definitely dumb decisions like that. I also
Like
think the whole
hold up
yeah, you'll see.
really
Yeah.
quick. So like they say they're bulletproof, right? There's like a quick scan of them saying they're bulletproof or something.
They have armor, it says, and they're unstoppable or something like that, or unkillable.
So then why did Krasinski stop and get the pickaxe?
Well, I guess you could still hit them, like knock them
I
away.
guess.
Yeah, you might as well have something to defend yourself than just like, time to die.
Yeah, but he like actively stopped and let the kids go on.
Right.
And then like, I don't know, man. And again that sucks because like I'm piling on it hard, but I just think the kids brought it down so much. I think.
See,
just think about it. Think about A Quiet Place, which is two smart motherfuckers,
right,
doing their own thing.
But I think the family stuff works for the most part.
I
didn't mind the whole daughter stuff. I thought that moment where again we're in spoilers. That moment when he sacrifices himself.
No. That's a phenomenal scene.
That was a phenomenal scene.
But that's what I'm saying is I don't know. But then again, that scene's there because the kid's being an idiot too.
Yeah, but I get it, and they are kids still. They will react to something like that.
But they've been there for a year.
I know they've been there for a year, but they're not doing something stupid that is completely preventable, like that one kid with the rocket. They're just, they're making noise because you talk about that, right? When they're making the noise and stuff. They're getting attacked by a monster. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I feel like it's a little different.
It felt weird that she turned off her hearing aid out of nowhere.
I think it's because it was making noise. Doesn't it make noise? And if you don't have it on a high frequency,
am I wrong or and I could be totally wrong. I'm not. I'm just not a rhetorical question. But like, if that happened, wouldn't she have just like thrown it off instead of like reaching back and turning it off?
What do you mean?
I don't know. It just seemed weird that like this girl, but she didn't notice the first one, which is fair.
Right.
It just seemed the girl didn't put two and two together, right? Like,
at one point,
I'm giving her too much credit. That's a bad route.
But wait, yeah,
I know I'm wrong here.
Yeah, but wait, what are you talking about? What scene exactly are you talking about?
So I know I'm wrong. So I'm just gonna say it though. So I know she didn't notice the monster freaking out behind her that one scene.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about now.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
She did notice the monster fucking leave them in the sawmill.
Yeah.
And she's smart, which is a quote in the movie. She's smart. Mm-hmm. She didn't put two and two together there. And then she's having that issue again in the car, and she turns it off this time. And I get that maybe at certain times she's like, oh, I don't want to deal with this shit. But like,
I think it's also because there's a low hum to it too. And I think I don't know, I could be wrong, but didn't she have it like on a lower frequency or something like that? At one point,
but in my head, even in the scene where they're inside the house, and this is like towards the end, I feel like I don't know why she just didn't take off her hearing aid earlier.
Right. I guess.
Just like, oh, it's hurting my ear. So. Better take it out and hold it here.
Well, maybe she did notice that the monster ran away after that, because didn't she look back and saw the monster run away or something? Because at first she didn't even know it was there.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. And also the sawmill part, I guess you could also say maybe it's because, I guess, vibrations in the...
I
don't know.
I guess I
have to remember exact scenes, and I'm not really
it's not a good path. And I'm not liking the whole negative thing. There's a lot of positives here.
Yeah.
But you're getting my tone. I'm just not feeling these kids like doing any of these. I just think with so many strong kid actors and everything else that we saw, because we've been on a hot streak with really strong kid actors.
Right.
Like it was awesome.
Well, you didn't see A Wrinkle in Time, to be fair.
Yeah, that's fair. That is
Maybe
fair.
you should watch A Wrinkle in Time and then see this, and then you'll appreciate these kids way more.
Yeah, that
fucking Charles Wallace can go fuck off. Like I hate that fucking not actor. I'm sorry, I was gonna say actor. The character. The actor's fine, whatever. He's a kid. I don't give a shit. But that character, oh boy. But yeah, no, I see what you mean. Like It and Florida Project and
Florida Project, Logan.
Logan. What else? I'm sure there's other ones, but that came out recently. But yeah, no, I get what you mean. But I feel like the one boy was the older one, the one that doesn't die in the beginning. I thought he was okay, but I thought he was best when he wasn't talking, obviously, because the movie when he starts talking, he sounds really.
He was way over dramatic.
Yeah, he was. He had that face like he was just like, oh god.
And I get when the first time when they did the fire at the beginning,
Yeah.
I get that, and that was fine.
Yeah, I was fine with that.
Yeah, you jeopardize almost your entire family doing that.
Mm-hmm.
But then that just kept going, where like he just had he had that weird face where it's like it looked like he just had the most like devastating news of all time, and the way he mouthed things.
Yeah, like his mom just sold his Minecraft game or something. For a kid, that'd probably be the most devastating news.
He was definitely like especially when we were talking about the totem pole of like kid actors we're talking about. Like they're definitely all the kids that they were on the bottom. The girl being a step above still.
I don't know. I thought the girl was fine. Again, you have to give her credit. Like, I'm sure it's not easy being a deaf actress. I'm sure it's not. And one thing I want to give this movie credit right here. It's not about the actors. It's more about the situation. It makes sense that they would already know sign language because they have that daughter that only communicates in sign language. So I just wanted to say that they made that make sense, because in the trailer I didn't know she was deaf. I just thought, oh, they just learned sign language that quick. You know, I want to get to some of the positives. That's what I'm trying to do.
No, I know. I'm trying. Like I said, and I'm trying to not be shitty about this because I know I'm an asshole, because like I've complained about this movie more than I complained about like Cloverfield or something already.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Exactly. Where that movie's just like, I don't know what this means, and you're like, I love that. It's bravo.
Here's the thing though, is the more I complain about a movie, is typically the more I want to like it.
Like 9/11.
You know, like that's the same thing with Pacific Rim
and 9/11,
where it's like.
You love that movie. Did you admit it?
That's our number one.
I knew it. No. Okay.
Hey, Pacific Rim. I will complain about that movie all day because I wanted it to be so much better.
Yeah, me too.
So anyway.
Yeah.
Fair enough with the girl. Fair enough.
Yeah, I like that too, that they actually got a deaf actress too. And I've even heard the interviews where he's just like, he actually learned a lot about like sign language and stuff like that because of her. He didn't just learn it from like a class or whatever. And that was like real sign language too. A lot of movies, like that Rampage movie coming out next week. They have a lot of sign.
Jesus.
They have a lot of sign language in the trailer, and it's all fake shit from what I've heard. It's just like, I don't know. What do you mean, Jesus?
Yeah. Okay. No. Fair enough.
So I like that they portrayed sign language real. You know, not just like someone going like doing whatever.
Okay. Fair enough.
What'd you say Jesus for? What, you thought I was gonna say something fucked up?
Since we're on this track of negatives, let's knock out yours and let's talk positives. I definitely still love this movie.
I don't know if I want to talk about negatives now.
No, let's get your Lara Croft final shot out of the way.
That's so dumb. Right?
I thought it was fun.
I like the idea that the whole movie is quiet and then at the end it ends with a loud ass noise. I'll give it that. I thought that was good in the sense that like at the end everything changes. They find out the creature's weaknesses, which it was so obvious what the weakness was. That's one thing I want to say.
Again.
The army never figured this out.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe they did. They got killed off quick, and
that's so because again, is this movie so smart? You know, this movie is like one of those movies that I feel like I put this on the level of like a Ghost Story or like It Comes at Night, where it's like it's a really smartly played movie.
Yeah, it feels very much like It Comes at Night. That's for sure.
It did, but we could pick apart this movie so much.
Yeah.
Like, how does no one on the planet turn up a frequency? You know, hey, these things hear us. Let's fuck with their hearing.
Right. Well, to be fair, it did seem like it took them a little while to realize that they were even hunting them through sound, because there was one newspaper. There's one newspaper that's like one of the last
papers that went out there that were distributed.
I get that.
Newspaper agency.
Yeah. No, I get that. But one of the newspapers does make it sound like that was like maybe one of the last newspapers out there where it's just like, it's sound. They're hunting us through sound. I don't know.
Yeah, but again,
I get that. But maybe the military did try, but they lost. I don't know. Maybe they just were overrun. You never know. I don't know.
Right. Okay.
I can leave it like where I can go, okay, fine. But anyway, let me get back to my unless you want to say something.
No. I here's the funny part. I thought that I liked that last shot. So your negative is the one that I like.
No, okay, I didn't hate it. I know you would like it, you fucking cheesy motherfucker.
I thought
cheesy
motherfucker.
I
thought it was silly, which is funny because I'm not supposed to like this movie having a silly ending is kind of like it's not silly.
It's not silly.
Let's put that right there. It's not, but in the grand scheme, if you are watching a bunch of movies like all these ones, it's a little silly.
Yeah, but I mean,
Um,
when you think about like this movie's like getting tons of fantastic reviews, they're saying like it's a scary and very like I don't know, like masterfully done suspense movie, and then at the end it ends with a close up of Emily Blunt cocking a shotgun like loudly. Like I don't know. That just seems like that belongs in a fucking Tomb Raider, like you said, or it belongs in.
It literally was. That's exactly what I thought.
Yeah.
I'll take two.
Yeah, I'll take two.
Um,
Fuck.
Here's the cool thing. I think I don't know, and within my mind is that they've spent well over like probably like close to 2 years, right, of trying to hide their noises because like even, I'm sure day 87 wasn't just like, oh, day one was the first time they showed up. I'm sure it was like stuff happened. The apocalypse now is here. Now we start.
Yeah, probably.
So I'm sure like you think of like they spent however long being quiet. She just lost her husband. They found their weakness. She's like,
gonna
okay,
smile to the camera and cock a shuck.
I just think it's like that was more like a relief thing to me, like she's not afraid to cock a shotgun now because now it doesn't matter. Now
yeah, I get that. Yes.
Now it's noise and she doesn't give a fuck because they know how to beat it now.
But she sees like a dozen of them coming to her, and the frequency, all right, I get it. But what happens if like the machine breaks, or what happens if something happens? Should she be more worried about taking care of her 3 kids? Over like that's right, I'm about to murder all these motherfuckers.
No, but they were all but the monster were already on the way there.
They were on the way there. I get that, but she shouldn't look like that's right. She should look like uh-oh. Maybe I'd be okay if she was like.
I'll give you that.
If she looked like she was like uh-oh, but then she was like she looked at the monitor again and she said fuck it, or she didn't say fuck it, but she had to look like fuck it.
Fuck it.
Fuck. All right, I'll give it if she said fuck it like really loudly too. Fuck it.
We'll do it live.
Fuck it. Turn that frequency up.
She looks at the monitor. What are those?
Oh fuck. What are those? And he says, "I never freeze." This is put every quote in every popular movie.
I'll give you that, but I still liked it. I thought the smile was more a relief of like, I can do this now.
That was more like an action movie thing, though. It felt like it was like, yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
another fight.
You're right.
Let's go, bitch.
But again, that's the way I took it, where it was like, and I knew that ending was coming. You just had that feeling like it's gonna end like right here.
I thought it was gonna end right at her shooting the thing, and then them looking at the screens and going like maybe looking like uh-oh. And then it ends, but I didn't know she's gonna lift up the shotgun and go, "Oh fuck yeah!" She should have just like quoted Duke Nukem at that point.
I think it's a Marcus Phoenix.
Revive me! Shit
no,
yeah!
No, it'd be like Dom when he just lost his wife and he goes right back to it.
Marie, yeah, shit yeah! Yeah, that's so weird in Gears of War 2. My wife, oh shit! I'm about to fuck these motherfuckers up. All right, damn.
So okay, so now we got all of our negatives out. Let's talk positively.
Nah, that's we're going too long. That's Quiet Place. No. It's good.
No, I think it did everything else like masterfully. I think.
Yeah, like I said,
sound again we mentioned is phenomenal. I think cinematography is like off the wall here. I think it's just so well shot.
Mm-hmm.
The tension is crazy.
Yeah, it is.
I was like. It didn't reach levels of creep for me.
Yeah, no, I didn't think it was creepy.
But it was like, it was climbing to it.
Yeah.
Because like it felt like literally like a roller coaster. Where I was like, I need to get off this ride. Like this is. It familiarized you with the silence so much that whenever but here's the thing. So here's the cool thing is silence was normal, right? Mm-hmm. And like the occasional sound was like, yeah. But then like around like maybe like it does like a good like gradient where eventually there's enough music and noise going on that when it becomes silent again, that scares you.
Yeah, because usually in a horror movie when it goes silent, that means shit's about to happen.
Right, and that's what they do. There's that shot. It's when when she's downstairs, and she's hiding behind the thing, right?
Right.
And then everything goes silent again, and you're like, shit.
Yeah. Yeah, there's that one shot where she's about to go upstairs and you just see the monster like walk by the doorway, and there's like no music or everything, and he just like walks by the doorway. I was just like, God damn.
Right. I had a lot of jump
I
scares
feel
just
like
because of the.
I feel like it's not like when we say jump scares nowadays, because all these fucking movies use jump scares as their only source of horror. Whenever we say
These guys didn't intend for them to be jump scared, but they are.
they are because you jump, sure, but I also think like it's the movie's not entirely creepy, but whenever there's a moment where the jump scare is involving the creature just lurking, I think it is actually a little creepy.
I think it's tense. It's very tense.
It's very tense, yes. And I think the reason why I was so tense is because I like the characters. Like, yeah, all right, fine, you don't like the kids, but you do really like Emily Blunt and John Krasinski.
I felt bad for the kids because I felt bad for Krasinski and Blunt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So when I didn't give a shit about the kids in general. I was like, oh, if they die back here, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
but I would feel bad for John Krasinski because you could see, he did so well. Like every like facial expression he had said so much.
Right.
Like whenever you could see his eyes like get big whenever like, oh fuck, my kids are there or there's something wrong with them. I think the scene where they're talking, and she's like, you got to protect them. That shot of his face, where he's like, it's pure panic. And like determination too,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Because that shot's in the trailer. That whole that pretty much conversation. Not the first trailer. You didn't watch the second trailer, did you?
So, okay, apparently I did well by not watching that second trailer at all.
That second trailer showed the fireworks scene, and they showed
yeah.
They showed they showed the part where the kid gets snatched too in the beginning. Which you knew was going to happen anyway, but they show the part where he gets snatched, where he plays with the rocket. Yeah, well, it's not my fault. Fucking theater's showing it. That's the studio's fault for fucking spoiling the goddamn movie in the trailer. Like, I didn't even do a reaction to any of the trailers, so I have no blame put on me. No sir. I'm good. I'm a good guy. All right, I don't watch spoiler trailers. Well, that's not true. I do.
But no, I did really really like Krasinski and Blunt, and I felt bad for their characters whenever the kids are getting fucked up because I felt bad for those two.
Yeah, so that's why I think it adds to the tension. Yes. Yeah, they're an extension to the two characters you actually like, I guess. Yeah. Because one of them die, you'd be like, oh no. I mean, I don't know who he is, but I feel bad for John.
Can we talk about that character, that shot? Like, I think that's both of our favorite scenes, right?
What? Which scene?
The sacrifice.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite scene because I figured it was gonna happen to one of them. I at first I thought it was gonna be Emily Blunt's character. Because
dude, she got fucked up, and that nail scene. Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, because I mean, there's one thing. That's what I like about a good horror movie that doesn't use too much blood. They make you squirm. Even when you don't see the thing happening.
Yeah, I was looking at a foot and I was like,
yeah, you just see a foot. That's it. You don't even see the wound.
I imagine every time I've stepped on a Lego or something.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
You're like
you stepped on a thumbtack that fell off, whatever.
And a little like fucking like couple millimeter thumbtack. You're like and then you see the fucking nail, like the nail, like it's like a full sticking up nail.
Yeah, it's like a good like I don't know, maybe like what. 3-4 inches out of the stair,
and you just see her foot go flat, and then you're looking literally at a foot, no blood, just a foot.
Yeah,
they didn't even linger on the bloody nail.
They show blood later because whenever she's walking around, you just see a bloody footprint everywhere. And that's it.
Man,
yeah, I love that.
And then she's like on the verge of pregnancy, and you're like, dude, she's fucked up.
Yeah, her water broke. She might as well be having the baby right now. She just got her foot not decapitated. What the fuck? Impaled. She's not having a good time. A monster's tracking her down.
Oh, see, she's like Lara Croft. She got impaled too.
Oh yeah. In the game, she did. They didn't put that in the new movie.
Yeah, they did.
Oh yeah, they did. Oh wow, yeah, you're right. I don't care.
You remember that movie?
What movie? What, the one with Angelina Jolie?
I
love that.
I did like.
She got some big ass titties.
Where Krasinski looks sad because he just found the bathtub, and you see that bloody hand come out of nowhere.
Yeah. All right, that's one case of jump scare where I was like, okay, come on. I mean, I knew it was gonna happen too because I knew she wasn't dead. Like, there's no. I mean, I just knew. Like I've seen so many horror movies where they're trying to make you
They
think
don't
someone's
have the
dead.
balls.
No, they should have the balls though. I mean, they already killed a kid off. That's like what 5 in the beginning of this movie.
Yeah, he was dumb.
Yeah, that's true. He was a fucking stupid asshole. You know that baby was really well behaved. Kept. I was gonna say kept. I was, but well behaved considering he's a newborn baby. He cries a few times, but there's never a scene. I will give this movie this. There's never a scene where they get screwed because the baby's crying. At least I don't think so. Am I forgetting a scene where that happens? Because I don't think that happens, right? Where the baby
they
starts...
almost did because
No, at the end there's one moment where that almost happens. I remember that, but where the kid's holding the baby, and it starts crying.
No. So it almost happened when they were in the water.
Yeah. When she was behind the little waterfall down in her little
Yeah.
hiding. Yeah, but that was a little different. I think the thing was already gonna. I guess, sure. But I'm talking about like full on cry, like wham, and the thing just starts chasing them or something.
Yeah, which I'm glad they didn't do because it would have reaffirmed my thoughts the entire way of you guys are fucking idiots for having a goddamn baby.
Yeah. Which I thought that the whole idea of a soundproofing room and also putting it in a box and putting a little like oxygen mask over him, I thought that was smart.
Yeah, it was, again, yeah. Smart.
So they didn't just have a baby and say, "Oh fuck it, they ain't coming after us." The monsters see the baby and think it's cute. They ain't gonna try to kill us. It's fine. I'm Jim from The Office. Fuck you. He wrote that in the script. So I don't think we could market this. Yeah, fuck you too.
I did love the scene of even though I said even though I'm shitting all over them, I did like the scene of them at the waterfall.
Yeah, that's the one part where
they got that. Even though the kid's talking was super stiff.
Yeah,
I thought it was nice to have them talk stuff.
Them talk. When John Krasinski talks, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot he talks like that. He has like kind of like a low. I don't know. He looks all rough and gruff when he starts talking. He's like, "Hey man, let me tell you something." I'm like, "Oh shit!" Forgot he has like
Jim from The Office.
Yeah. Again, I don't watch The Office, but I saw 13 Hours. You should see 13 Hours. I think you'd like it. Yeah. All
right, I'll watch that. You watch The Office.
No, that's okay. No, that's definitely not fair trade at all.
Even time.
I'll watch as many episodes as the 13 Hours is lengthwise.
You're at 13 hours.
Shit.
That
movie really is 13 hours long. Yeah. But yeah. No. So, any other scenes exactly? You want to talk about?
I like the fireworks scene a lot.
I do too. And when I saw it in the trailer, I was like, "How the? Wait, hold on." It's because they make it in the trailer look like it's like this giant fireworks display. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And I'm glad they made it make sense. They probably just found it while looting, and said, "Oh, that might be useful one time."
Right.
And definitely was. That's for sure. Because I do also really like that they use sound effectively. Like I'm talking about actual sound, not just like them being quiet, like loudness, effectively to help them too. Like one person is a little loud and the other person's louder or whatever, and they like I don't know messes with the monster at times. So it's not just all of them just trying to be quiet. Sometimes they actually use sound to.
They use the alarm clock.
Advantage. Yeah, they use the alarm clock, and that's that kind of stuff. Or not the alarm clock. What was it? Timer? Yeah, it was like a cookie timer.
I liked it. Yeah, cookie timer.
Yeah, so they used that. I really like that because it could have just been a movie about them like, oh, all right, it's gone. All right, and it's not. They used everything effectively. I also really like the like we said, the waterfall scene. I really liked that we got a couple of scenes of them actually talking too. Cause
so it's gonna sound bad, but I was drifting away again during that whole filler part, like after the waterfall.
Okay.
How did they find that girl again?
What girl?
Or the guy? They
the old man. They were just walking along the path and they just find him. He's just there.
Okay, yeah, that's what I figured. Cause
they don't explain that either. It's just like but I'm assuming this is what happened because you see a dead body of I'm assuming his wife or something.
I assume that his wife got caught and then he got sad and then he was like, I just want to die, and then screamed.
Yeah, that too. But why would he do it? Like I'm assuming he was standing there for a little while. Why would he do it when a father and his son is coming by? Fuck, they're coming out with me. What did you say?
Did his mouth look weird to you?
Yeah, when he was like about to scream, like he's like.
I think he was about to explode.
His head explodes.
Did it look weird to you?
It did look weird.
Crazy?
Yeah, no, it did look weird. His mouth when he was like it looked like he was trying to get that scream out.
It looked like he was like old school chewing on tobacco.
Maybe he was. One last tobacco before I kill this father.
Yeah, and I mean, like, in my head, I figured it was just him, like, kind of giving up, and like, I just don't want to deal with it, and I don't really give a shit about you or not.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, like, you would think that, oh, hey, at least give some fucking.
But wouldn't it
like,
have been better if, like, that doesn't make any sense to me that some guy would be like,
welcome to this movie.
Oh my wife, she's dead. Oh, here's a guy and his son. Now I'm gonna fuck them over. I mean, maybe he's just a dick, but we're supposed to kind of feel bad for him a little bit at that time because you see the body and whatever, and you're like, oh shit, and then he screams.
Yeah, that's what I figured, but I mean, like,
I thought it would. Again, I'm changing this movie to make it make more sense to me. But wouldn't it have been better if, like, they're on their way back and they hear a scream and they maybe go investigate or something like that. Maybe not investigate. That's not a good idea. But like they try to.
No, I would like the idea better that they stumble across him, like, but with his back turned.
Right, and he like.
And
screams.
they couldn't get his attention to tell him not to.
Yeah, because he can't speak. But yeah, it makes sense. Or even better, like maybe they see him. Or like screaming and monster eats them or whatever, and then they have to walk off the path.
See, here's the thing:
to stay away from the creature.
And I mentioned this to you. I forget if I mentioned this in the podcast. I might have, but it sounds super pretentious of me. I know. I realize this, but I don't like when I feel like I could rewrite movies better.
Yeah, me too.
That makes sense.
I feel like a dickhead saying some stuff.
Yeah,
well, I don't want it's I don't want it's a terrible movie, but I do when it's a really good movie.
Yeah, no. And again, like, these guys are infinitely better than we are because they made a movie.
They made a movie.
Yeah. But like, I feel like a bit of an asshole. But then, like, again, like in my head, I'm like, oh, you could have just improved just a little bit more touching up. You know, like.
Yeah.
Because in my head, I'm like, if I thought of that, surely you thought of that, right?
Right, yeah. Maybe he did. Maybe he was just like, maybe there's a alternate cut where he had all the stuff that made sense and studios were like, no one will see this shit. Gotta put more stupid in here. I was like, all right,
Snyder cut?
The
Snyder cut of Quiet Place?
Yeah, it would be all dark. You couldn't see anything. And there would be loud action every 5 seconds.
A dark, loud place.
A dark, loud place. That should be the name of every one of his movies. A dark, loud place is the name of the theater when you're seeing one of those movies. There you go.
Okay, so
yeah.
I mean, is there anything else you want to talk about the movie with?
I really want to talk about the trailer again, because you wanted to talk about the trailer for some reason earlier. Didn't you say you wanted to bring it up?
Yeah. So I only saw a couple of these shots. The other ones that stuck out to me was the kid getting pulled out of the way, which was the girl when she was walking through the basement.
Yeah.
And what other one was her in a bathtub?
Yeah,
those were the only 2 shots that stood out to me, and because those, like, I kind of anticipated them, but it wasn't that big of a deal. I felt like the trailer did really well in, like, not spoiling it, because a lot of the stuff was like aside from the bathtub, like, a lot of it felt like it was kind of towards the beginning.
Right.
I still thought it was a well done trailer. But
and I get you need a trailer to promote your movie. I totally get that. Don't get me wrong. But there's just times where I wish I didn't see that fucking trailer. And I was trying not to too, and then it just showed up in the theater. I was like, all right, fine, I guess. Because you told me it was fine, so I watched it. I was like, okay, that was fine.
You got the second trailer apparently.
No, I got the first trailer, and then I got the second trailer also.
I thought the first trailer was fine. I had no problems with the first trailer. I mean, aside that it popped up a lot.
Yeah.
So that and Hereditary are the 2 movies that every time they pop up, I just get on my phone. I'm like, I'm just gonna do something else for now.
Yeah, Hereditary might be okay because that seems like it's just so.
That's how I felt with Unsane, where it's like when I was watching the trailer, I was like, I don't know what's real and what isn't.
I hope Hereditary doesn't end up being like It Comes at Night with its trailers, where it's making it seem like a horror movie, and it ends up just being, whatever.
It's a weird movie.
A weird movie, yeah, I guess. Because I want that movie to. I want that movie to.
Said it was terrifying.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, they did. So I want to shit my pants in that movie. And I saw that trailer was right before this, and everybody was like, "I think that movie's gonna do well." Because every time I see it in a theater, everybody's like, "Oh, that looks really good."
Oh, this movie's gonna do well, dude. Like,
yeah, this movie's gonna do very well. My theater was sold the fuck out.
Preview nights definitely don't ever sell out here.
Yeah.
This one, yeah. Like I
Yeah.
was gonna get a 7 o'clock showing, and one of my friends was like, I might go. I'm still checking. It's like, all right, cool. So I'll pick up later showing in case you want to join up. And I looked at the 7 o'clock showing. There were like 2 seats available, and then not the front 2 rows.
Yeah. Everybody's gonna see this movie. I mean, there's not really that many horror movies out now. I guess Strangers is still out, but no one wants to see that. So this is like one of those like Insidious movies or whatever, where people every age is gonna see this because they just want
Which
to be
I'm glad
scared.
because The Quiet Place I put.
Quiet Place is way fucking better than Insidious.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
I'm just saying,
I
like
put
the
A
same
Quiet Place
audience
over
was.
like over the cheap
Yeah.
cheap scary movies, but
Well, I'm just comparing it because that's gonna be the same audience, is what I mean.
so okay, so maybe this riddle me this
Okay.
is are we giving the movie too much credit? Are
No.
we supposed to kind of like just turn off our minds watching this?
No, I only had a couple problems. Like when we talk about like the how come the military didn't know about like the frequency and stuff like that, you can because the movie and this is a benefit to the movie because the movie doesn't really explain too much of the background of that. You can kind of go with it because the movie tells you like, okay, that's not really what's important right now. What's important is this family. Okay,
Right.
It's about the family. It's
Family.
not about like how the military, like how is the military dealing with this? Is there a military still? What's going on with everybody else? You don't really get to see that. Just like, and that's why I compare it to Comes at Night because like they're in a forest, they're alone in their own house. There's times where they come in contact with other people, but it's very, very minimum. And it's about a family, pretty much. And It Comes at Night was definitely way more darker than this movie, I think, in terms of tone, especially that ending. Whew. But yeah, I feel like the little complaints that we had, or even big complaints, I guess, aren't that big of a problem considering what the movie really is. Because it's still about monsters that look like fuck, I don't know. I can't even describe what they look like. They're really cool designs, but these aliens or monsters,
They're
whatever
pretty
they are.
unique.
Yeah, they are, and I love that they don't over-explain what they are too. The way they explain it is John Krasinski trying to figure out what they are, and he writing on billboards like
Yeah,
armor.
Did you like the Jimmy Neutron brain blast shots they had of the aliens?
Oh yeah, whenever they open their big gaping ear.
It was
thing.
like when Jimmy Neutron's going think,
think, and then he gets his head blown off. See, every time I saw that, I feel like that should have been the weakness, right? Because he's opening up his like meaty head, pretty much. He's like, there you go, shoot me now.
Or they're gonna just blow up.
That was like a Gears of War boss fight. Like, all right, this is the part where you shoot me with the Nasher now. Shoot me right in my fucking hole. All right. I don't know. Why'd you phrase it like that?
I guess I'm just thinking in my head. It's like, yeah, I think this movie's gonna do really well. I think it's gonna it's gonna do really well with the casual audience because like even my mom was like talking about because John Krasinski showed up on Ellen. But
Of course he did.
I don't know if this is the movie that we should be critiquing on the level of It Comes at Night or A Ghost Story or anything like that.
No.
I think
like
like
compare it
too
to
much credit.
yeah, I think compare it to what's like maybe like It, I guess, in a way,
Sure.
where it's like it's not, of course, it's not a huge budgeted movie just like It, but it's made for a wider appeal than stuff like It Comes at Night.
Yeah, well, it also had good child actors.
Okay, well, this one had one good child actor. All right, leave her alone.
Okay, so
You're just saying this because she
Final
can't
thoughts.
hear it. That's mean. I shouldn't have said that.
Final thoughts.
Doesn't matter. She can't hear anyway. I'm an asshole. I was defending her the entire time, so fuck it. I thought it was great. I had a great time, and I at the end of the movie, besides the stupid ass Lara Croft Tomb Raider shit, final shot, I actually kind of left like a little emotional. I was like, oh no, like it kind of ends in a kind of sad way. I mean, they're victorious.
That shot that scene with Krasinski's sacrifice is really fucking good. Like that scene is, I don't know, that's definitely gonna be one that sticks with me.
Yeah,
But,
and even when
especially like the sign language back to the girl.
yeah, where he's like, I love you, and stuff, because
and I have always loved you.
yeah, because the son says you should tell her you love her or whatever. Yeah, I thought that's why that relationship worked, because she did something stupid. She gave him the batteries and the rocket, and she shouldn't have done that because he's a stupid
She didn't
asshole.
give him the batteries though, but
Oh yeah, that's right, he didn't. He grabbed them. So to be fair, it's not really her fault that much. She should have never done that to begin with, though. Even though he probably would have took it anyway. He was a little
I don't
shithead.
know. Here's so
She should have took that
I
and threw it in the forest and said, "Fuck you, kid."
I
She
still love
just
the
said
movie.
that loudly too. She should have said that. Yeah, I love the movie
I
too.
still
I had a
love
great
it,
time.
but I think after all this talk, I think I bumped it down just right below Black Panther for me, which is still
See,
number four.
I think Black Panther has more problems in this movie, and I love Black Panther also, but like
I'm gonna
when
rewatch Black Panther
you have a
before
great
Infinity
main
War.
villain and you don't really have him until the last hour of the movie, you got a problem. I'm sorry.
And they didn't have enough Andy Serkis in it either. But
Yeah, that too.
I think I'm gonna rewatch Black Panther before Infinity War as well. So I will see where that goes. Definitely above Ready Player One. So I think that's where it's gonna firmly sit for right now.
Hey, what do you mean definitely?
Did you like Ready Player One more?
No, but what do you mean definitely? You made it sound like, oh, that movie sucks. Of course, this is better.
No, but I think so. Here's my list of best of this
I
year
love
so
Ready
far.
Player One, by the way.
It's Unsane,
Yeah, that's number one.
Annihilation,
All right.
Black Panther,
Okay.
A Quiet Place,
So that's good.
Ready Player One,
Okay. Paddington 2.
Game Night,
Oh, shit.
and then Early Man and Tomb Raider, and then the rest is whatever.
Tomb Raiders in your top 10?
I've only watched
Yeah, I know. You only watch like, what,
15
18?
movies?
15? Oh, I thought more. Yeah, I mean, no, that's not bad. It's not bad top whatever. I don't know how many.
I still got a lot to watch.
Oh, yeah, no. I mean, the year is still new. I mean, we're only a fourth of the way through, but the first
Hey, we got
the first
what
3
was it?
months
We
that there's not much to
Blockers
see.
is doing really well on right now, right? On Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I refuse to believe that's good. I refuse.
I don't know, dude.
I refuse. I'll see it eventually.
I thought I just happy he's doing fine because I was gonna watch it either way because I don't let people like you influence me.
People like me, what the fuck? What, smart people?
And then
that
Isle of
I'm
Dogs-
sorry, that trailer is terrible. I don't give a fuck.
It's
Oh,
fine.
he stuck a beer up his ass.
I love the premise. The premise is hilarious to me.
No, the premise is a good premise. It's just the trailer itself made it look like shit. Where it's just like these dumbass teenage girls going out trying to get fucked, and their parents are cock blocking them.
Why do you say it like that?
Because that's how they act in the trailer. It's just like, yeah, that's right, we're gonna get some cock. Like, Jesus Christ.
You do your Amy Schumer impression with that.
I'm gonna get fucked.
No,
It seems like an Amy Schumer
and then,
movie,
what was
except
it's that and Isle of Dogs is doing really well too, right?
yeah, no, I'm excited for that. That's in my theater this weekend. That
Yeah,
looks great. So
maybe okay. So here's the deal, guys. If you're still listening, which maybe you're not,
no, you're not.
we're gonna try to do a podcast for the Marvel movies this weekend.
Okay.
So you want to just shove in a regular size episode, and we'll do Isle of Dogs, box office, Marvel, and call that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good with that. We could do
What Marvel
that.
movies are you doing?
We could do. Well, we have to do the next 3. We have to do Thor 2, Guardians. No, Cap 2, and then Guardians. You have to go by how they're released.
And I watched all 3, and I watched Age of Ultron.
Well, I've seen all of these when they first fucking came out. So you're gonna come up to me and be like, "Oh, I saw them all."
Yes.
Bitch, I saw them when they came out.
Do you want to throw Age of Ultron in there too? That way we're just up one.
Oh. When are we recording this? I gotta watch 3 movies. I was gonna see Blockers probably tomorrow too, or Isle of Dogs, either one. Oh
Why are
fuck.
you gonna bitch about Blockers?
Oh
And
god.
then watch over Isle of Dogs.
No, well, the reason why I wouldn't see Isle of Dogs yet is because I think my parents want to go see Blockers, and that seems like a great movie to watch with your parents. So it just makes sense, right?
You tell your dad, I'm gonna go have sex back now.
Fucking. It's like, no, son, you can't have sex. Well, it's okay. That ain't happening anyway. You don't even worry about it. Anyway. It's fucking
Okay, well,
A Quiet Place is my bedroom. That's about it. Get it? Because no one fucks me.
if
No
you
one
fit Age of
fucks me.
Ultron, fuck it.
No, I'll do Age of Ultron. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I'll watch every single Black Panther movie.
Yeah, do it.
I'll watch every single Marvel movie ever.
So we'll try to do this
Fuck
Sunday or Monday.
Let's do Blade 2. Come on.
No.
We did Blade 1. Why'd you...
I'll watch Blade 2 eventually because Guillermo del Toro, but not now.
Oscar winner Guillermo del Toro.
I will also this is not for the podcast, I guess. But since I'm not going to be here next weekend,
Okay.
it means we got to record Thursday.
Okay. I'll be good for
Yeah, you got
Thursday.
a lot of Marvel movie to watch.
Oh, well, boy. I can't wait.
After Thor 2, it's a pretty easy roller coaster down.
Well, that's not the way you should have put it. Because that makes it sound bad. It's just going to
Thor
go
2,
down
Thor
from
2
here.
is bad.
It's just going to go down from here. Thor 2's the best it's going to be. I bet
God,
there's
can you imagine?
I bet there's someone that says that Thor 2's the best one.
I'm gonna look it up right now. Hold on.
Yeah.
Do the outro for the show right now.
All right, we're fucking done. Go away. All right, did you find it yet? That was my outro. That's all I got. You know, for the outro, we should just be quiet. I'll just leave. That's good. I'm just gonna leave. It's like quiet, you know. So I'm just gonna leave. I left. Shh. Here, I'll just turn my microphone off so they don't hear me. The Cloverfield monster.
I keep looking up lists of I typed in Google best Marvel movies Thor 2, and I just saw a list. Any list that had at the top is saying Marvel movies from worst to best.
Oh, worst to best. Thor 2. All right. Anyway, that's it. No one likes Thor 2.
All right, I'm gonna type that actually. Hold on.
No one
Who likes Thor 2?
It just says director of Thor 2. Thought it was great. I loved it. You know, the director of Thor 2 directed some of the best episodes of Game of Thrones?
Yeah. Didn't he also get pissed because Marvel had a fucking grip on him for?
Yeah, I'm sure Marvel has a grip on every director that directs a Marvel film, especially now. Shit.
Oh, there's an everything great about Thor: The Dark World.
There's an everything great. Oh, okay. So it's just gonna tell you everything that's good. It's probably a really short video.
It's Cinema Wins.
How long is the video? 25 seconds.
20 minutes.
I wish you said 20 seconds.
It's 7 minutes longer than Winter Soldier, by the way.
Wow, they must have lied.
It's a minute longer than Coco.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess that makes sense because everybody knows why Coco's great. So you don't need to have as long of a video as Thor 2, because Thor 2, you really have to describe why that's great. Like, really have to describe.
8 serious problems about Thor Ragnarok. I'm gonna put that in my
Thor
favorites.
Ragnarok. Where's Malekith, the Dark Elf wizard, wherever the fuck he was?
All right. You can follow me at the Punk. You can follow him at GorTheMovieGod. Tune in sometime this, maybe like Monday, for the Marvel Extravaganza Part 2. Bye.
Alright, shh. The Cloverfield monster's in there.
Can you get up and just turn the lights off?
Shh. Goodbye.
Why are we whispering?